مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, this is Mr. Mohanned with you and with a new lesson. It's grammar. It's on page 36. So please open your student's book, page 36, and we will need your workbook also for homework on page 30, exercise B. First of all, let's see the objectives. 1. Answer 2 questions about the past simple and the present perfect after reading the examples. 2. Complete 3 rules about the past simple and the present perfect. 3. Use the correct form of the past simple or the present perfect in 12 sentences. And the last objective is the most important one. Let's begin. First of all, we are going to watch a video, and next we are going to answer some questions or do some exercises. I think it's only one. So I'm leaving you with the video now, and I will get to you back later.
Welcome to English Grammar Spot. This lesson is about the difference between the past simple and the present perfect. I'm going to show you when to use a past simple and when to use a present perfect, and more important, how to keep them apart. Take a look at these sentences. I broke my leg on holiday last year. I've broken my leg. The first sentence is in the past simple tense. The second sentence is in the present perfect tense. Now first we're going to take a look in how to form a past simple and how to form a present perfect. For the regular verbs, we take the infinitive form of the verb and add ed for the past simple. For example, I kicked the ball. For the irregular verbs, we use the unique past simple form. For instance, she bought a bike. For the present perfect, we use the auxiliary verb to have and the past participle. For the regular verbs, we make a past participle by adding ed to the infinitive form of the verb. For instance, I've kicked the ball. For the irregular verbs, the present perfect also uses a past participle, but this past participle has a unique past perfect form. She has bought a bike. Now, let's have a look at when we use a past simple. We use a past simple when something happened at a specific time in the past. I broke my leg last week, so it's important that I tell you that it was last week. For the present perfect, time is not important. I've broken my leg, and it's not important when it happened. We also use a present perfect for things that started in the past but have continued in the present. For example, I've lived here since 2012. In the past simple, that would be I lived there in 2012, meaning I no longer live there. I thank you for your attention.
Okay, having watched the video, now let's do some exercises. First of all, write sentences using the past simple tense. For example, I went to the market yesterday. Write sentences using the present perfect tense. I have gone to the market. When do we use the past simple? Okay, dear students, when do you think we use the past simple? I think we use it in a stated time in the past. You need to be specific, especially with the time. You need to decide, you need to be specific. When do we use the present perfect? The present perfect is used when we are not specific about the timing of the action. I have gone to the market. I did not say when, but in the past simple, I said when. Yesterday, maybe at 3 o'clock or 3 p.m., I went to the market. Okay, let's do this one, the last one. I broke or have broken my leg last year. See the word or the words last year, they are written in red because they are very important. Therefore, the correct answer is broke. Yes, the past simple. Let's begin with the first objective. Read the sentences or the examples. One of the nice cafes people have built beside the river. People have built these cafes. It does not matter when they built these cafes. Over 3,000 years, 3,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago. The time is stated here. The Babylonians built, not have built, built, because time is specified here. A tunnel almost 1 kilometer long underneath the Euphrates. See here? The word ago is very important. 1. What's the difference between have built and built? Alongside the form of the verb, what's the difference? The difference is, have built refers to an action which happened in the past, but the exact time is not mentioned. I told you, this is very important. The exact time is not mentioned. Whereas, built refers to an action which happened in the past, and we say when it happened. Yes, 3,000 years ago, the Babylonians built. Let's see the other question. Or the other example. Since high school, I have been interested in ancient history. Is the writer still interested in history? And which tense is used? I think when we say since, we mean that we are still doing that thing. So the answer will be yes, he is still interested in ancient history. And the tense used here is the present perfect simple tense. Let's move on to the next slide. Look here, everyone. Read the examples again and complete the rules with the correct tenses. Use the past simple or the present perfect for an action which happened in the past, but the exact time is not mentioned. Again, the exact time is not mentioned or not important. 2. Use the past simple or present perfect for an action or state which started in the past and continues up to the present. Continues up to the present. It is still going on. 3. Use the past simple or the present perfect for an action which happened in the past and the exact time is mentioned. The exact time is important. So the answers must be 1. Present perfect. 2. Present perfect also. And the last one should be past simple. Next slide. I think I told you this is the most important activity we are doing today. Complete with the present perfect simple or the past simple of the verbs in brackets. There are 12 words inside brackets. We need to use them in the correct form of the past simple or the present perfect. I'll do the first one for you and I will leave you with the rest. I always like traveling and experiencing new things. I did not mention when. Pay attention, dear students. I did not mention when. So the answer must be have always liked. Okay, if you think you don't have enough time, you can pause here and test yourself before watching the others being answered. 2. 2 months ago. Yes, 2 months ago. I decided. 3. 5 years ago, Mark, a friend of mine, had the idea of, had the idea or have had or has had. It's had, exactly. 4. So far, he visited or has visited. Has visited, because time was not mentioned. 5. The idea. I liked the idea or I have liked. Liked. And so I decided or have decided. Decided again. To do the same thing. 7. I choose to go to New Zealand. Time is not mentioned. But be careful. It could be past simple. And it is past simple. I chose to go to New Zealand. We do not say I have chosen. We say I chose. 8. I start working here 2 months ago. 2 months ago. It should be past simple. Started, yes. 9. I'm working on a horse farm, so I how to take care of horses as well as how to ride a horse. No time mentioned here. Yes, have learned. Present perfect. I never lived on a farm before. Again, time is not mentioned here. I have never lived. 11. So this experience, very educational for me. Time is not mentioned here, literally, but it is there. So this experience, that experience, which happened maybe 5 months ago, I think, or I suppose. So the answer should be has been very educational for me. So if you write here, this experience was very educational for me, I will accept that answer because time was not mentioned here. Now I'm thinking about where to go next year. I think that both South America and India sound pretty interesting, but I yet. So when we use yet in a statement, we only say it using the present perfect. Yes, haven't decided. Next slide. This is a game. Okay, let's open it first. It's a present perfect and past simple tense game. Okay, it's a car race. Which car are we?
Choose the correct answer.
Okay. John is away on holiday. He to Mexico. Has been or has gone? He did not come back yet. So it should be has gone. Do you agree with me? Yes. Obviously, we are the blue one.
Choose the correct answer.
Okay. Mary seems to be enjoying her new school. She any problems so far? See here, dear students, time is not mentioned. It should be hasn't had. This is the past simple. This is the present simple, and this is the present perfect.
Choose the correct answer.
Lillian has lost her keys again. It is the third time the third time. Has happened, happens, or happened. Let's choose one or A. Correct. Okay, let's go back to our lesson. Dear students, you have homework here. It's in your workbook. It's on page 30, exercise B. Please do it and do not hesitate to ask me any questions if you have any difficulty answering it. Thank you so much and see you next time. Goodbye.